Well, hello and welcome back. Today, just going to continue on with All the Mods 9. And first off, I want to just be able to get a range upgrade for, well, my catcher over here. Maybe because I want to get one last Kamikaze bee to be able to get the appropriate productivity levels I need. So, get the range upgrade, we throw it into the catcher with one of those, and wait for Kamikaze bee to get there, kill the zombie, and that'd be useful later on. Next up, well, I want to start getting a better, storage system. And considering that I did get more power last time, we can go for a Applied Energistics 2 storage system, which I just prefer overall compared to the refined storage. So going on the quest line, first off we need a charger and a scriber, which we make up and throw down here. And which the charger is going to be useful for making more charged source quartz, and the inscriber for making other stuff. So next up, I need to be able to make some flux crystals, which is easy enough by throwing some charged quartz, source quartz, nether quartz, and redstone in water and get that done. And then grind up another one of those to be able to, one of those flux crystals to complete the quest. Now we need to go through and, make all the inscriber presses, which is fairly simple because it's just requiring, iron plates, skystone dust, and the appropriate resource to make, namely silicon, diamond, gold, and source quartz. Plunk all those into the appropriate one at a time in here, and we get the iron plates. Get that all done. We get the inscriber presses, which we then can start, getting the energy acceptors to be able to get energy in here. And, to make the cables, I kind of need more flux crystals. So it's not too hard, but we also need more nether quartz to be able to make them, which we're kind of a bit on the lower side here of that. So to make it, we need more nether quartz. And to make more nether quartz, I'm looking at things, and the best way that I figure out is to make, bulk haunting from create. Which that is actually fairly easy up and running, because as long as we have a bit of soul sand and an encased fan, we can easily get more soul sand from that. So we go to do that, and we need, the encased fan, we need andesite alloy, which honestly isn't too hard. It's just andesite and, iron nuggets at the moment, considering we've got plenty of that. So make a bit of andesite alloy, and we're going to need some andesite casing for the encased fan. So grab a log, we need to strip it first. So I thought I had some more stripped logs, but we didn't. So we make ourselves up the andesite casing by just right clicking the stripped log with the andesite alloy, make some shaft, make up some more iron plates, which using the engineer's hammer to make that is annoying, but it's still cheaper. Make the encased fan, and next up I want to be able to I want the depot to be able to put it on. So make a depot, easy enough, just another andesite or encased whatever, and we make down, go on, have it one up. So thinking here, but we need the soul sand, plunk the case fan to actually blow past where the haunted flame is going to be. So plunk that down, get that, make a hand crank, thinking, yeah, that will work out. And we get all that. Light the soul sand on fire to get the soul flame, and grab about a stack of sand to convert. Throw that on the depot and just keep cranking, which that just burns through my hunger. So I figured let's actually make a small water wheel here. Much easier to do. I don't have to worry about powering anything, and we just want to make sure that the water doesn't flood everywhere. So grab a barrel of water, plonk it on top, and bang, that's done. Now we can just sieve up all the soul sand and get a bit more quartz, which is going to be enough for now. I'll come back to create later, but for now I just need one to get that done. And so we can start taking a look at next thing here, which is, we need to make the crafting terminal it wants us to make first, before the controller. I could have made the controller first, but it means we just need to be able to make quite a bit of processes here. So actually no, before that we do need to make the processes, because that's just one of each of them. So we just get 3 silicon, turn that into the appropriate ones. We get all the appropriate gold, diamond, logic calculation, and engineering processors. Make them all up, throw a bit of redstone in there with the silicon base, get that done, and we still need to be able to make 2 more gold ones for the, 2 more logic processors for the crafting terminal I'm going to need, because we need to make them deconstruction construction cores. So make a couple more of the logic processors up, then we need to, do a couple of things here, make some more powder so we can actually make the crafting cores and the construction deconstruction cores. Need to make an illuminated panel, which is fairly easy. It's just a bit of quartz dust and glass. So we've got enough of that. Make the illuminated panel, add in a crafting table, the appropriate ones, maybe, or make it a ME terminal, then add in a crafting table into that to get a crafting terminal. So all good. Make a bit more fluid across. Get that sand out of my inventory so it's fine. And next up, we need to make the controller. Which that's not too hard, it's just melting up a bunch of skystone into skystone, or skystone dust into skystone, and then smelting up again to make the appropriate ones for the controller. So then we place down the energy acceptor, the cable connected up, and we can see here that controller's all connected up and powered, and we've got the crafting terminal as well. But there's nothing to be able to put in yet. So we need to make a couple more things here for the next quest, namely an ME drive and an ME chest. Which means I need quite a bit more stuff here, which is annoying. Make the chest just because I need it for the quest, because I'm not actually going to use it because I'm making a drive straight off. But for the drive we need the logic processor, and for the chest we need a logic processor, and for the drive we need 2 engineering processors, so that's not too bad. We get the drive, we throw that on top, and yeah. Next up, that's at least the basics for storage. So next up I want to make some, storage here, the actual main part for the storage, which is the storage disks. I'm going to go for, at the beginning, just some 1K disks, and thinking about 3 should do enough, because eventually if I do that I can easily upgrade them to the 4K if need be, or higher if need to. And so we get the stuff necessary to start crafting that and start looking at what the casing needs. And we also need more redstone, always more redstone. So I save up a bunch of dust and get a bit more redstone. And also, I want to move my, cobblestone diamond one back to where it was to make it all up. So we just make the igneous extrude, which is needed to be able to get a few other things here. So the igneous extrude means we need constant gear, which is a bit of an annoying side to make, because we need copper and nickel, I think it was, I can't remember exactly, but we do that, make a bunch of this up, and somehow duplicate some of the ores, because I only started with 16 ores and we get like another 8 somehow. So yeah, just going to throw that extra out because I don't want to be duplicating stuff here. So we get the raw copper, hammer it down to dust, and we also need to grab the nickel, which the easiest way to get the bad chunks is just, use a squeezer here. So do the same with the nickel, get a bunch of nickel chunks, hammer it down to the nickel dust, combine it with the copper, we get the constant dust, which then we can use that along with, an iron nugget to be able to make the constant gear. And we also need Invar. And Invar's fairly easy because we can just combine, iron ingots and dust, nickel dust or whatever, with the blast fire charge here in the crafting, and that makes the Invar. So that's the easiest way to go about it. So we do that, make the igneous extruder, and there's quite a bit of things it can make here. But for now, that works out, and we can get quite a bit of things here and swap out the cobblestone generators around. And with that, we actually can get more redstone from sieving dust. So to do that, easily make up the 3 1K disk drives, which gets us a bit more done here. And so that's all well and good. And now that I was actually able to move a bunch of stuff, empty out my chest into here to get that done, we can actually start looking at more bee stuff here. And so, I need to make a bottle for it to continue on the quest. Mainly because I need to be able to squish down some bees. So get some glass bottles, throw them in, grab a piston and a trapdoor. And a bit of glass, grab a lever because we've got a button for it, everything. So get all that done. Get the piston facing into the bottler. Grab the trapdoor. Throw it on there. I think I was going to do it all with trapdoors, but now I'll just go glass. So remove the dirt in there. Grab our kamikaze bees because there's one trait from all that we want. And we start squishing them all into bee goo. Pretty much. And yeah, takes a little bit, we get them all. Next up, well, need to make the gene indexer here. But I also want to get another bee here, so we do that. But we want the gene indexer, which isn't too hard. We just need a comparator, and that's about it. And a crafting table. So, yeah, good thing we had an extra crafting table around. We get the gene indexer, throw it down, grab the lever, and just get that hooked up. And so, we grab our centrifuge and we start throwing our squish bee goo or whatever it is into here to start centrifuging into the appropriate ones. Which one we're after is the productivity one with the very high. So we squish them all down. Another wandering trait appears, nothing good. So kill the llamas for the leather and just evict him and continue on with separating all the genes from it. And with 4 of them, we actually get enough to be able to get the very high productivity, while still waiting for other things going. That's all well and good. And yeah, start moving the catcher over here because I want to start getting some water bees. So we need a fishing rod because to get them, you just fish them up out of the water somehow. And so just a little bit of fishing later, hoping that the catcher's in range, or bees being in range of the catcher to be able to catch them. And the first one we get is not a water bee, it's an oily bee, which thinking I'll just grab it anyway because it'll be useful some point. And so in between I kept fishing a bit more and got 2 more water bees. And so now continue on the quests, which next one for the bee one, it requires us to make a baby upgrade. So I make 2 of them because we need 1 more for the breeding chamber. Not too hard. And yeah. And then because I caught some water bees, I need to be able to get the metaternal gene here, which is going to require leaving bees out all day and night. So do that. And hopefully get that eventually. And while that's happening, I'll go to the nether to be able to get myself some, mainly the glowing bee. So we go there, make ourselves a glowing nest, make ourselves the nether portal, go for the full one because why not? And yeah, and I also made that lava one just to simply pump out all the lava from there into another one. So easy, make ourselves a spot to catch it, and because it just requires glowstone to be able to grab it, we can just spam a bunch of glowstone in here and bang, we get ourselves a glowing bee. Grab the glowing nest because I'm not sure if it's going to be useful otherwise. And yep, because that's going to be useful to be able to make the redstone bee. But we still need the rose bush to be able to make a breeder, which is annoying. So in the meantime, we will just make use of that igneous straw I made before to make up a netherrack farm. Simple enough, we just throw the netherrack down, the igneous extruder down as well, put lava on one side and witch water on the other, and that starts producing netherrack without consuming anything, so that's good. But because the igneous extruder doesn't have a way to automatically output, I need to be able to get the netherrack out. And currently, the easiest way I can think of is just making use of the mechanism logistics pipes. So, and that means we need a basic control circuit and some more steel, which isn't too hard, it's just throwing redstone, iron, and osmium into, redstone, osmium to get the control circuit, and some coal and iron to make the steel. Just to do that, and just waiting for everything done, make it logistics pipe, and because we'd already made a configurator for something else, we do that. Now you can check here that yes, one of our water bees did become metaternal. So that's good. Hoping that the second one will be able to, but that's fine. I did update update in between episodes, which does allow me to get the rosebush just from the market here to make it a bit easier. So buy a rosebush, bone meal it up to get a bunch more, and we can make a breeder. And because we already completed the other ones, start making the maternal bee here, we can actually do other things. So we get our very high productivity ones, we apply it to a honey treat, and, well, also want to get the Pokey Pokey gene grabber upgrade here because it's going to be useful. So, Pokey Pokey gene sampler with grab a Metaternal water bee here. We'll feed it the honey treat with the very high productivity here. And, with the water bees, we can throw them both into the breeding chamber to be able to start getting more, but we need some flowers for that. Good thing we have plenty of flowers over here, so we just bone meal up some dandelions to get a decent amount of just dandelions, because why not? Throw about half in here and get that running, which it needs power, so we need to make another flux point, which is fairly easy. It's just redstone, obsidian, and ender pearls, pretty much. So grab some redstone, squash it with some obsidian here, and then combine all of them together to be able to make, well, everything. Did also make another chest to make andesite, so that's very simple. Get the flux point, connect it up to the breeding chamber, give it power, and yep, they're starting to breed. So out of the way, I want to start thinking about getting better honey treats, or more honey treats, which is a bit of a limiting point at the moment. So what I can do is I can grab my centrifuge, I can centrifuge a bunch of the honey beeswax here, honeycomb, to get wax and liquid honey, which will automatically be output to the bottle I put next to it, which we can use to bottle up the honey to make more honey treats. Also make a bunch of them, because I need about 20 to be able to grow one of my bees up, because I've done quite a bit of breeding in between. So we get ourselves a, incubator, because we need that to be able to grow up some of these bees I've got. Baby incubator. Throw that in here. Probably doesn't need to be in here, but yeah. We're getting some decent bees here. Not all of them have the best traits that I want from them, so it's annoying, but it is what it is, and it is a way to get more of these productivities or the genes I want. Because water bees have the weather any, so they can produce any time, and because the Metaternal means that they can work through the day and night, and productivity means they're just highly more productive. So do that. We're getting plenty of everything here, and well, think about making some more upgrades for speed upgrades, but it's kind of expensive considering I'm a bit low on emeralds at the moment. So get that done, and then figure out there I can just throw honeycombs into the bottler and it'll make honey treats as well. So do that. We get our first water bee baby, growing up into an adult, which I immediately just go and squash because why not? So put that in there, squash it, and we can then separate everything out. But this is a pretty good spot to call it here, because that's a good spot to start for my productive bees. So I call it the end of the episode here, so you can comment, like, subscribe down below. Really helps out with YouTube discovery and whatnot. And that. Thank you all for watching. Catch you all next time.